Welcome to the first video in Module 1 of the course An Introduction to Video Games Creation. This module is called Getting Started, and the first video is an overview of the course. The course is brought to you by the Southeastern Finland University of Applied Science.
The content will be created by myself, James Shepherd, and Matthew Dixon from Cypherdelic, and the course will be run by Jan Storgard from Cambridge Game Changer.
When you complete each of these tutorial modules, you will receive ECTS credits. All of the software required to complete the course is free to download and use, so software costs will not be a barrier to you making some great games. Games are one of the most exciting, fast-moving and lucrative creative industries worldwide. In the last 15 years, the industry has matured and diversified. There are many key disciplines people can specialize in, and the most successful games are creative powerhouses that have revenue returns that outstrip comparable products in other mediums. This course will provide a beginner's guide to hands-on games creation. The modules stand separately with discrete deliverables, but do interlink so that a student completing all credits will create a more rounded and fully featured final deliverable. They can be tackled in sequence or out of sequence. The videos in this credit give an overview of the industry, the course, and the software needed for both art creation and games programming. Matthew and I are not teachers, we're games developers. We've worked for major game studios such as Sony and Microsoft, and now we make our own games with Cypherdelic Limited. So these tutorials will be based on real games creation experience. I did a mind map of all the games that I think have had a major influence on me, from the games I'm playing today to the games that first got me interested in gaming. It takes large, experienced teams working on high budgets over extended periods of time to make some of the games in this list, but we're going to start on a slightly smaller scale.
Each credit is designed to take a single person approximately 24 hours to complete.
The first module is titled Getting Started. This will cover a hands-on introduction to the software we're going to use. For art, we will be using the paint package Krita, and for modeling and animation, we will be using Blender. For actually building the games, we will be using Unity. So all the parts will be laid out as follows. In the second module, we're going to dive right in and make a game in Unity. We're going to make a text adventure. They are fun and relatively simple to make, and will get you used to many of the key coding concepts we will use throughout the course. The module breaks down as follows. So you will have made a cool game by the time you complete this module. One of my favourite games of recent times was Hearthstone. So next up, Matt is going to take us through how to make a digital card game. And don't worry if you don't feel up to creating your own art at this point. We will provide all the art for this module. Or, alternatively, you could choose to do Module 4. Module 4 is the first, which contains a number of tutorials in how to create all the art you need for both the card game and the art for the subsequent module, Module 5, where we're going to make a 2D dungeon crawler. We're back in Blender for Module 6. If you like League of Legends, and this is the module for you, this is a 2-credit module, but at the end of it you'll have a really cool little game. Finally, we're going to look at game design. This module goes through and reviews all the elements we've previously made and deconstructs their artistic and design content. The deliverables here are based around students then creating their own game design on paper. So that's an overview of the course. Now, what will you need in terms of equipment? Firstly, you will need a PC or laptop with at least the following base spec: Windows 7 Service Pack 1, a CPU with SSE2 instruction set or better, and a graphics card with DX10 capabilities. And really importantly, you will need a mouse, a 3-button mouse. You'll need this for Blender, and it will make a really big difference when using Unity. It's highly recommended that for the art tutorials you get a graphics tablet. You can get a cheap Wacom or another make like a Huon. Huon H610 Pro is recommended for Krita, for example. All of the software is free to download and use, So once you've got yourself equipped, we can get started.